All right, good morning, y'all. Welcome back to Panama City. I'm Bob. Today is Wednesday, January the 10th. Um, it is cold. We've got a northwest wind, probably 12 to 15 miles an hour. It's cold. Um, we had some storms that came through Monday night and Tuesday morning, yesterday morning, that a little unusual of the storms. We had a warm front that was right in front of a cold front, and um, we had tornadoes. Thomas Drive got hit. Panama City Beach area got hit. Callaway got hit with tornadoes. Um, they're typically we don't get real big tornadoes like they do in the central U.S. where you get fours and fives. Down here, a one is pretty bad, and I haven't heard what category the hurricanes were coming through yesterday, but we had 30 to 50 mile an hour winds, straight line winds, in addition to the hurricanes, or not hurricanes, but the tornadoes. Um, but we had a good bit of damage that was structural damage that was done uh, in Callaway and in Panama City Beach down Thomas Drive. I hadn't heard if anybody got hurt or not, but we had some pretty bad storms, a lot of rain, but so I didn't get to fish yesterday or the day before because of the storms. And I thought, well, I'm gonna go out and this time of the year I like to get out here and just idle back and forth in areas that I haven't been in or hadn't spent a lot of time in, just looking for places to fish. And that's what I'm doing today. I've been doing it for a couple hours now, and I've stayed pretty much right here around Redfish Point. If you're not familiar with Redfish Point, it's across from Panama City Convention Center, and I'm just idling back and forth. And what I'm looking for is little pieces of structure. We don't have a whole lot of real big structure here in the bay, but Redfish Point is a big piece of structure. It's a point, and on one side of it, it's fairly steep, and on the other side of it, it's fairly flat. And that's kind of the structure that we have here for the most part. Is stuff like that. Um, but what I've been doing this morning is just looking to see if I could find some pieces of structure that have bait or fish on them. I'm not as concerned about finding fish as I am finding bait on structure, because then the fish will come. They may not be there right now, or they may not be there every time I come. But at some point, I expect that there will be fish on every piece of structure that has bait on it. So I've done probably, I don't know, a 1 acre area, not a real big area, and found several places that had little pieces of structure, and it could be rock or, it could be little pieces of live bottom. I don't know. I'm not going to get down there and look, but they had bait on them and stuff like that, and I'm off of it now. But so I thought I'd do a little fishing, and normally I don't. When I find these spots, I don't normally stop and fish them. I'll come back and fish them at a later date. But I thought, I hadn't been out in a couple of days, so I bring the camera and I'll do a little bit of fishing while I'm out here. See if we can find anything that'll bite. And the only bait that I brought today was some frozen squid and some frozen cigar minnows. I don't have any live bait. I really wasn't planning to do a whole lot of fishing, but I did bring some bait, and I do have my rods with me, so we'll see if we can find anything that'll bite. See if we can catch some fish. All these places that I'm going to be fishing, at least for a little while, are places I've never fished before. I literally just ran back and forth like I'm cutting grass, marked those spots, and now I'm going to fish. Sun's probably in your eyes too. And I thought about trying to go offshore this morning, but the wave tracker says that that the seas are running about 5 to 7 feet, so not going offshore. And I'll show you the kind of stuff that I'm looking for when I'm out here looking. So you see that little bitty bump right there? That's probably a rock. And that's bait and fish over it. That's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for. There's a lot more bait right down here, closer to the bottom, and we're in a little over 30 feet of water. But that's what it looks like as it's going through the transducer where it's sitting here. And that rock's probably, foot and a half tall above the bottom. But that's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for. I'm not looking for stuff that sticks way up off the bottom. I'd love to find it. But out here in this bay, I'm not going to find it. We're in St. Andrews Bay. But you're just not going to find it other than like the sailboat wreck and the pipeline over in East Bay and stuff like that. We just don't have a lot of big high relief structure. A little black sea bass. Little one. My favorite fish to eat. A little black sea bass. Little bitty one, but he still bit. A little red snapper. I'll show you what the bottom looks like here. So that's all fish, and that's the structure. And it's just a rock or something, I'm sure. But that's all fish, and there's some bait down there. That's bait right there. In 30 feet of water. And that's the kind of stuff that I look for. It's not a big piece of structure. It's fairly small. I did catch a red snapper off of it, and I've had a couple other bites. They're just eating bait. But not really expecting to catch a lot of fish today because of how cold it is and windy and high pressure and all the other stuff that goes with it. Water temperature's up to 54.75, so it's a little bit warmer than it was last weekend, but it's still chilly. All right, I came over here to Tyndall Bridge. I pretty well accomplished what I wanted to accomplish this morning down there in St. Andrews Bay. I was looking for new structure, and I was able to find several pieces of structure, and was actually able to catch some fish off of some of it. Caught a couple of black sea bass and a couple of red snapper. So accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. Thought I'd stop here. I was headed home, but I thought I'd stop here and fish for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna call it a day and go to the house. And I'm gonna go to the house. Um, I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish today, so can't complain about that. But I hope you learned something. I hope you. I didn't show all of me going back and forth, and all that. I did show some of what I found, but that's how I find the places that I fish out here. I just literally cut grass up, back at idle, and that's how I find, you know, probably 90% of the stuff that I found out here in the bay. Rest of it I found in the bay. What I found on Navionics, or used Navionics to help me find areas that I want to go and investigate by cutting grass. Everything offshore that I found on Navionics. But that's what I do. And I caught a few fish, but um, really wasn't expecting to catch a whole lot. I hope you enjoyed the video. Um, Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It helps me. Doesn't cost you a penny. Ring the bell if you want to get notified when I release new videos. And I'll be back. I've got somebody coming with me Saturday if the weather's decent. I haven't even looked at the weather. I know for the next couple of days the weather's going to be bad. But, I don't know. I probably won't be back until Saturday. Maybe not then if the weather's still bad. But we'll have to wait and see. But I'll see you next time.